So he's always been a bit of a thief, and then he started to randomly pick up pillows and go through the corridor, and we've discussed whether maybe it was an emotional support pillow, or he'll just dump them in the living room or just move them around. And he'll usually do it twice a day, because usually I pick them all up after the morning and then put them back, and then in the afternoon he'll go and get them. Yeah, and he likes to get them when people come over. So if you come to our house, you'll get greeted with a pillow. I'm Mel, and I'm from Brisbane, Australia, and the lovely Amos is a rescue dog from RSPCA Queensland. He is nine and a few months old. So we kind of got up super early, super excited, going out to meet Amos. His adoption paperwork says that he is a Beagle cross Catahoula leopard dog. I now refer to Catahoula cross Beagle. So we imagined kind of a smallish. And I just remember him walking down and him basically dragging the trainer because he was so terrible at walking on a lead. And this giant dog. And my husband and I both turned to each other and were like, oh, he's a bit bigger. So he's always been a bit of a thief. Like, even when we got him, he was always just randomly taking like shoes and socks. And I still remember when I was, he used to take the bath mat while I was having a shower in our old place, and I used to be able to see him with the bath mat on our bed. I think we were in this house for a while. There's a corridor that goes you have to go from the living room through the corridor to get to the kitchen, and then out the back and to all the bedrooms. The garage door, I guess, is quite noisy, and there's a laundry. So the wind travels through there and the door slammed a few times. I think it got so noisy and he got so scared and he just wouldn't go through the corridor. And so he would try and get something to steal, and he would just kind of have his pillow in his mouth or a toy or something and start to go into the corridor, and he just would keep going backwards and forwards and just wouldn't cross. Yeah, it just got so bad that he would not cross it. And one of the worst things you can do is just pick him up and carry. Tried throwing treats down on the floor and nothing would do it. And I thought, oh, this is ridiculous. So I got my trainer out because I was like, I don't know how to get my dog to cross the corridor, and I never come across this before. I wouldn't even know what to do, but petrified, I'm not moving. And so he started to move through the corridor confidently, and then he started to randomly pick up pillows and go through the corridor. And I thought, this is great. He's going through the corridor, he's dual tasking, he's got a pillow. That's pretty awesome. And then from there it just turned into a thing. And so now every day he just takes his pillows outside. So we've discussed whether maybe it was an emotional support pillow, and now I think he thinks it's his job, because he'll get up he's already taken 2 this morning. He just gets up, walks into the living room, picks up a pillow, walks through the corridor. He used to dump them outside, but he's actually started to take them into our spare room. He's energetic, but he's very fun-loving, very friendly, but very sensitive as well. A very sensitive, anxious dog that also presents as overexcitement. But yeah, he's a big scaredy cat, really. If you talk too loudly, he will get scared and run outside. So he's quite sensitive to noises. But yeah, at the end of the day, he's just a big, very friendly but scared dog. Well, I guess the thing is, I didn't used to like dogs growing up. I think that's a big thing. I didn't like them. We had cats growing up, and a few of my friends had dogs, and I was quite scared of them. I know one of my friends growing up had a Rottweiler, and I was petrified of them, which is so ridiculous now. They're so sweet, but I was just very scared. But I lived in England with my husband for a while, and his parents had a border collie, and initially I didn't really want anything to do with them. But I got quite sick living in England, and that beautiful border collie, his name's Tiger, used to sit with me and comfort me, and he was very sweet. So I was like, oh, maybe dogs aren't that bad. So then when we got back to Australia, so my husband thought maybe we should get a dog. And I was like, no. And he only wanted a border collie. So we would never have looked at a dog like Amos ever before. Anyway, we saw his face on the internet, and look, well, you can see how that turned out. So I guess, obviously, I used to hate dogs. Now they lick me and kiss me on the face, and I let him steal my pillows. So he's just really taught me how amazing dogs are and their unconditional love, and just really encouraged me to try new things, learn new things. Like, I had no idea how to train a dog. He's quite a complex dog to train. Like, he's got a lot of issues. I've learned a lot from him, so I really enjoyed that aspect. Again, I was really quite worried about my health and how I would manage him. Even in the early days, I still did it because I was like, he needs me. And now we just enjoy hanging out together, going out for walks, going out in nature. And I've always been an exercise outdoor type, but I think I just do it more with him. And I'm constantly thinking, you know, well, what can I do to make him happy and do some adventures and just spend time together. So I think I've learned a lot about dogs and how amazing they are. And like I said, I look at all dogs now and I'm like, oh, they're so cute. We've now got a soft spot for the bully breed because of Amos.
When we paddle out into the lineup, people smile. There's no doubt, you know, and we'll take off on a wave and I hear people going, Rosie, go, Rosie. It's pretty cool. There's actually quite a few people who surf with their dogs, and then we have these competitions where they surf on their own and they're